Hello and welcome to my third year project, which is fall detection using image processing and machine learning. I'm basically making a program that can detect people falling over, or can determine if they're standing using image processing or machine learning. So if I run the main script, it will bring me to a GUI, which I designed, and just to give you a demonstration of how it works, this is using the basic form of image processing. So as you'll see when I press demo, it will launch the script to run the demo version. As you can see, he's standing up, and when he reaches the mat, he will fall down, and it will detect correctly that he has fallen down. And so you can play it again, and as many times as you want, and it will run through the same image. And basically, we can now apply new media to it. That's the difficult part to it. So the problem with applying the same algorithms and image processing to different media is that the demo is using a set of preset weights and preset placements of where the person should be within each frame roughly, and it knows how to correctly extract the person from the background, which is, we use background subtraction in image processing to remove the person from the background. And if I was to bring up another, when the demo script is to run, I can bring up a the same video feed but what the background subtraction is. And if you look at that, there's a bunch of noise, and noise refers to the number of white pixels that aren't the person. So we can use deep learning to rectify this by having trained a deep learning module using pre-configured configurations and weights, so that the neural network knows where to go. That makes sense. But it does take a bit of time, and because the way in which the deep learning was made, the image is at roughly 15 frames per second, which isn't ideal, but it requires a lot of computational power, which is partially what it is. However, if you compare the two of the basic and the deep learning, you'll see that there's no giant rectangles around the areas that the basic detection does. So it's more or less correct, but the problem with this footage is that it comes out of frame quite quickly. So it works with other footages, but again, it's a consideration to be made that it takes a long time for it to detect. Not to detect, but it has to be it's doing this in real time, which is one of the considerations you need to take in. And yeah, I think this is my whole project, and obviously everything works. Again, you can go back to the basic, and we can look again. It does it faster, but it's doing it incorrectly, or more or less incorrectly. It doesn't do it that well. And you can also try it with different footages. Again, this is just like a giant description. But the problem is that the image processing techniques are trying to isolate the person, but because all the colors are sort of similar, which is how the image processing takes it, it then doesn't come out correctly. Whereas if you select the deep learning, it'll take a bit of time, but it will correctly detect it. Does that make sense? Right. I hope you enjoyed, and that is my third year project done.